So on Windows 10, we can use the SSH command. So I opened Windows PowerShell and I type SSH. And if you see this, that means that it's available. Otherwise, you can also use the command prompt and do SSH. And if you see this, that means the command is available. If you don't see the SSH command on your Windows, that means that you don't have it. And therefore, you must use the PuTTY method I just showed in the previous lecture. In my instance, I'm just going to use PowerShell to do these exercises, okay? So next what I have to do is to actually run this SSH command. So the first thing I have to do is to be in the directory of where my PEM file is. So right now I'm in C user Stefan Marek and I do ls, and as you can see, well, I don't have my PEM file because it's under for me on the desktop. So I do cd desktop to just change directory. I clear my screen. Then I do ls again, and I can see my ec2tutorial.pem file, which is the one I downloaded, as well as the ppk file, but this is not relevant. If you don't have it, this is fine. This is only if you want to use PuTTY. The only file that is of relevance for us is the ec2tutorial.pem file. Okay, so we need to make sure that on the security group, of course, we have the port 22 open for SSH, which we do. And next, we need to enter our SSH command. So for this, it is very similar to the one we have on Mac. So we do SSH -i. Then you pass in the name of the tutorial file. So I did, to get this, I did EC2, and then I pressed tab, and I got auto-suggested the ec2tutorial.pem file. If I press tab again, I can switch between ppk and PEM, okay? So by pressing tab, I get the autocomplete of this. So I do SSH -i, or you can just type this, okay? ec2tutorial.pem, and then we need to type ec2-user at, and at, well, the public IP of my EC2 instance, which is right here. So I copy and paste it. So now this command is saying, please enter this IP using this user, the EC2 user, which is the one we have because we use Amazon Linux 2, using this key right here. So let's press enter. And it says, well, the authenticity of the host cannot be trusted. Do you want to continue? You say yes. And we are in the machine. So sometimes you will get permission issues, okay? So sometimes the permissions will not be happy, and I will show you how to fix them. So first, let's exit this and clear the screen. So in case you get a permission issue when running this command, what you have to do is to find your key. So for me, it's on my desktop. You right-click on your PEM file, you do Properties, you go to the Security tab, and this is where we're going to change permissions. So to do so, we're going to do Advanced, and the first thing you need to make sure of is that the owner of this file is yourself. So it's working for me, but you can just click on Change, okay? And then for object types, you can find yourself, locations, make sure it's on your computer, and then type the object name. So it would be for me, Stefan, but I'm already an owner, so just type your name, and then you can be an owner of this file. The owner is also indicated in here, okay, in your permission entries. The second thing you have to do is just remove these entities. So system and administrator don't need to have access to it, okay? And we need to disable inheritance. So first, let's disable inheritance. For this, we're going to remove all inherited permissions from this object. And then in here, I need to select a principal. So myself, I just go enter Stefan Marek. Okay, so as you can see, I did Stefan Marek in here, check names, and this entered my principal name. And we're going to give myself full control over this. Press OK. So now the owner is myself, and the principal that owns that file is myself as well. We do OK and OK. So if I right click again on this file and do Properties, under Security now, I only see myself, Stefan Marek, with full permission. Okay, and then if you have that and you do this command again, for sure you will not have any permission issues, and you will not be prompted with a yes/no question ever again. And if you wanted to, you could try this command. So let's exit this, and we can, for example, open a command prompt, go to my desktop. Again, if you don't go to desktop, it will not work, and then paste in this command, and it will work as well. You can do an SSH from the command prompt. So we've successfully seen how to SSH onto our EC2 instance directly from Windows. To exit, you can just type exit or do Control D, and we're good to go. And now we can get started with this course. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next lecture.